Hello TDP, it's Ainsa here, fresh from our first victory in our first Reign of Chaos War, and I just have to say I am so impressed with you guys. I know for a lot of you that was your very first Reign of Chaos War, and we didn't just win that by a bit, we wiped the floor with them. So what I wanted to do is just talk through a few of the things while it's still fresh in our memory, where we did really well and the areas where we can improve, because that was a good first war, a good first alliance to come up against, but there will be tougher tests. So let me just show you. If I go to PAS, that was the alliance we were up against. If I go to the Alliance Centre 1, it says ruins. That's what we achieved, guys. Now, the way that the scoring works, because I know there have been a number of queries on that in Reign of Chaos. The way the scoring works in wars, let me just go to the season and to Alliance Intel. Well, actually, first of all, let me just show you. We've moved up from 15th to 10th. And that's purely as a result of the war we just had. Now, if I go to the list of our contributors in the Alliance, I'll just click on me. This shows season points and various other things. The things that count towards our Alliance score, as I've said before, are season points. I've got 4,833. That's just from taking tiles in our state and taking tiles in enemy states, in this case 167. And then the other one, this total war destruction value, I've got 895, which translates as 90 into the alliance score. And the way you get total war destruction value points is by destroying buildings and taking and alliance centers. So bear that in mind. So we did really well. We destroyed Alliance Centre 1. We also destroyed, there we go, Alliance Centre 2. Boom, that's in ruins, and some buildings. If we want to get more points, we destroy more buildings. The reason we didn't this time, if I go back to Alliance Centre 1, is because, as you all know if you were part of it, and you can see these green, they're mine, and the blue tiles that go all the way, quite a long way, back to probably about here. Yeah, so here, that was probably the centre of it, was our rally point. The rally point is where we start our attack from. It has to be a 3x3 square, which this was, and as you know if you were part of the attack, we made a tile road all the way down here towards there. Oh, there we go, there, Alliance Centre 1, and when we got there, we got to the edge and then we started destroying buildings. So, first key point to learn, and this is for me and the R4s as well, we don't know who we're going to attack. We have an idea, we can choose, but we don't know if we're going to get it. So what was helpful was we'd done a bit of scouting, but it took a while to get the rally point down for a number of reasons. Once the rally point was down, and the kind of command goes, right, come over guys, come over, find a space. What you need to do, and this is kind of up to you individually, is to look for places to teleport 2x2. So there's one there, there's one there. There's loads now because obviously the war's over and we've all gone off. So, but that's what you're looking for, 2x2 squares, and you need to get over as quickly as you can, because we need you. The second kind of key learning is if the rally point was here, you need to be aware of where the alliance centre is. We'll post those coordinates and we'll say, you know, go down and left, or go up and right, or whatever. And we will be posting coordinates in Alliance chat telling you where the next tile is. Now, one area that we can improve massively, I think the rally point was here, centre here. So took this tile and this tile and this tile and this tile and this tile. Look, there's lots of other tiles that have been taken. That's just wasting stamina. You don't need to do that. We just need a single tile road, just one after the other after the other, after the other. The other thing is, it takes much more stamina to take tiles from the enemy. So we want to focus on empty ones like this and whatever else. That's the way you want to go. The idea is to use as little stamina as possible and use cavalry for this because they're much faster, much faster. The other area that we need to improve on is wasting stamina. Let's say I took that tile, and it was quite possible at the same time one of you guys was also going for that tile. Now we both used 10 stamina, whether or not you get the tile. Even though I got the tile, another person may have wasted 10 stamina getting it. So we need to be a bit better at communicating who's taking the tile, who's doing this part of the road. And for this part as well, you want to use your weakest legions, your Legion 3 and Legion 4. You don't want to use your strong guys for this part. You want to save them for the buildings because they'll do much more damage. So that was the first thing. But I tell you what, it was a really long way. For a first war, that was a very long tile road that needed to be built, and we did brilliantly. The second thing to mention, when we get to the Alliance Centre and the buildings, initially, and at Alliance Centre 1, we just want to get straight to the Alliance Centre as quickly as we can, which means taking like one line of buildings. So maybe this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't want to be wasting our time and particularly stamina at this point hitting other buildings. We want to get to the Alliance Centre as quickly as possible because it opens up a whole load of other things. It also means we've probably won as well. So that's worth remembering. And then the Alliance Centre, you guys did brilliantly. You just pour your troops into, just attack. They may try and defend it and station troops in there. You just have to keep attacking. They may try and rebuild it and repair it, but you just have to keep attacking. I did see quite a lot of dragons flying around, so black dragons are really useful, as are dragon bolts. So this is your Black Dragon Temple. I don't know why it's doing that. You want to produce as many as you're able. I think I used about 10 in that war. They're expensive, but they're brilliant. And I hope you saw why around our Alliance Centre we were so keen on saying don't have any castles of castle level 18 and under. That's because at castle level 19 you get the dragon bolts to repel dragons, and they run out, but as you saw, it's very easy to remove a castle which is under level 19 with a black dragon. So it's something just to be working on. Obviously it's not going to happen overnight, but work on your black dragon layer, your dragon shout temple, and crucially your dragon slayer. So that's your bolts that defend you against dragons. And of course, to do that you need to be producing crystals at the crystal workshops. Okay, the only other thing I wanted to say, if we go to their AC2, which we destroyed, by this point I think most of us were running pretty low on stamina, and there was something else I wanted us to do which will help us in the long term. But to get more points, and we looked at points right at the beginning, you just want to destroy buildings. You don't get many points for hitting tiles. You don't get points for hitting buildings. You get points for destroying buildings. So and you need to respect other guys as well. Once we've won and you're just hanging around and hitting buildings, Ahmed's still there with his brand shiny new castle level 25, and that just reminds me I need to just say nachos. I don't know why, but Dr. Doobringer wanted me to do that. Nachos, there you go. If you want to get more points, you just hang around here and basically destroy buildings. The lower the level of the building, you can see here that's level 5, level 7. The lower the level of the building, so here's a level 2, the fewer hits, the lower it's kind of whatever that is. The fewer hits it takes to destroy it, basically. So level 2, 1200, level 6 is 1800. If you're good at maths, The way to check, so this guy, 1200 stamina points, durability points, whatever they are. When you look at your legions, if you look on the top left, this thing, demolition value. So up here it's 359, 296, 221, 216. That's how many points it will take off the building durability. So if I hit that with my main legion, it will go down by 359. So I know that's going to take 4 hits with my main legion to destroy that. So it's a good way of using up stamina wisely. Of course, what you can do, here's a nice trick, and again, you want cavalry when you're taking tiles and when things need to be fast. When you're destroying buildings and things are a bit calmer, what you do is fill your legion with footmen, because when you do that, that was 359, now it's 523. So I need 2.5 hits with this guy on that building. So that's quite a neat little trick, using footmen to destroy buildings. But that's kind of when the battle is won and you're just getting points for yourself, because they do add to your own points, and adding points to our alliance score. That's what you do. And then the other thing we did, let me just find it. We now have tiles in state 167 because we put a third rally point, not to attack any alliance centres because there weren't any more to attack, just to get tiles. Now when you go onto your Reign of Chaos tab and click territory, you will see you've got your normal tile count in our own state, and you've got another tile count, which is the amount of territory that can be owned in other provinces. So that's 167, 168, 161, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And it's really good to have lots of these territories because you absolutely rake in the resources, which means you can go to your workshops and produce all the stuff you need to upgrade your buildings. And it's also very good because it gains you points and gains the alliance points. So we have spread like a rash, which is lovely to see. There's tiles of all shapes and sizes here, 5s, 9s, and also 10s and 9s and 11s if you're onto them. What I've done is made an alliance bookmark here. So on your map screen, you just click down here, down at the bottom, go to the Alliance tab, and there you go, tiles in 167, and it will bring you here. You can port over. Your castle can't be hit while you're over in 167 at the moment. That changes on Sunday, so you don't need to shield. It will use up a teleport, and you need to teleport back to do the stuff you need to do in state 165, but it's a brilliant way of getting points, getting more resources, getting more tiles. I hope that's helpful. It's been an absolute joy and a privilege to fight alongside you guys today. If you couldn't get involved this time, the next war is on Thursday, similar time, 8 a.m. in the game, which is 11 a.m. in the UK, and whatever it is for you. Hopefully